Hey guys, okay, so why going to church on Sundays don't make sense? Okay, it does make sense because you can go to church and you can get inspired and be encouraged to continue throughout the day, throughout the week. You might have a different mindset. You may not. You may get taught a lesson, you may not get taught a lesson. The bottom line, church is supposed to be there to feed your spirit man and get you fed spiritually so that you can go out throughout life and have this positive mindset about things. Okay, you can be more aware about things. Not that you don't already, have that awareness within you before you get there, but it's supposed to help and enable people to learn the Bible and the basics of life a little bit more better. Spiritually, religiously, it's a little bit of everything. Now, what I did not understand is that if a church is telling you to go to where the church is the people, to say that, and that's just a building, but he did say in the Bible, Jesus did say to dwell in the house of the Lord. Okay, he did say that. It does say that. But my thing is, if going to church on Sundays is so important, then why do you have staff members who aren't preaching, who aren't ministering in any way possible, but they find their way to be in church doing everyday tasks that is required to be a regular job, a 9 to 5 job. They're not even probably there from 9 to 5, but when there's a service going on and you're also considered a Christian and you're working on a Sunday, but you're at church just at the computer all day collecting the money, okay, but you're not getting the message also. The whole point for you people to come to church is to get the message. So why is it that they get to be all the way in the back and not get the message from the church? It just doesn't make any sense. I can understand children's time because some children may be making noise and things like that. Yeah, that's understandable. Really, everybody's supposed to be in that room, when the message is being given. But it's almost like, and I'm not trying to doubt church and say that church is not a good place to go to, but I'm just saying, like, why would you not want the person that's working in there, to leave that aside and just come inside of the office, or actually inside of the sanctuary, and fellowship and have that sermon, listen to the word of God preached from the pastor and the minister and participate. Because some people literally, like ushers, that collect the money and you don't see them all day. And I'm like, well, where are you at? And then they're looking at the phone outside, smoking a cigarette, or just doing something other than sitting there listening to the word. But how could you have found someone appropriate enough to respect, like literally respect the fact that there is a service going on here and that the message is powerful, but yet they will not be participating and hear it? They will be doing something else. Yes, security is good and blah blah blah, but it's church service. So how much is the church really doing in order to make sure that they are trusted in there? Now, I know nowadays churches, you can't really trust every church, okay? And I know some things happen in some churches where there are like mass shooters that has happened before, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get started into any of that stuff, but it's almost like, wouldn't you want everyone to be in there listening to the word of God preached because the pastor is there to help save you? I mean, a 9 to 5 job is okay, but that person taking a 9 to 5 job has literally chosen to work at that church because it was important for the message to be given out to the people to help feed their souls. So why aren't they participating in service, just sitting in the sanctuary? Some of the ushers are sitting in the back and listening to the service, but a lot of them, you don't even see them participating in the church. It's almost like how, and this is a whole nother topic, but it's almost like how some volunteers come to volunteer to help feed the homeless at the shelter, but you get 3% of the people that came to volunteer serve, and the rest of them just stand around with gloves on and look around. It's pretty much like the same thing. Like, why even show up there if you're not going to help pass out food or cook? You're just going to stand there. Okay, I really don't. But it's the same type of principle of you finding someone worthy enough to come to your church and be an usher or be an aid to the church, but when it's Sunday service time and they're giving out the message of God, then they're in the back doing what? Nothing, but just standing around till service is over, and then they come. I'm like, the message is supposed to be for everybody, hopefully, that came in under the roof in the house of the Lord, hopefully. You might get some churches that, there's no one in the back. Everyone's in the sanctuary listening to There are some churches like that, but just think about that. Literally, just think about it.